Hey folks, just coming to you with the last tad bit of my henna treatment. It feels like it's about 1,000,000 degrees in my bathroom, but it's all good. I'm almost done. I don't have any particular form or fashion as to how I apply my henna. I don't necessarily section it or anything. I kind of just slather it in my hair as I'm doing now, because after well, first I sprayed it with a mix of distilled water with a little bit of lavender essential oil, and of course, that's something that you don't have to do, but I'm noticing with this particular application it's helping it to saturate a little bit better. And also the mixture that I made last night was a little looser than several of my past henna treatments. I was actually applying it with a spatula, but now I'm going to just smush and go. But it's worked in pretty well everywhere else in my hair but the little front section that I left to kind of demonstrate with. It's easier just to show a small section versus boring you all, because I normally do not edit my videos, so instead of boring everybody with 15-20 minutes, this is how I apply henna, which is honestly pretty cut and dry. A lot of people say they use a process similar to the application of perms. And even though I've already gone through and worked my henna mix through the rest of my hair, I still have a pretty good amount left. I don't believe I'm going to slather my hair with it. I normally wouldn't want to waste that much henna, but I don't believe I'll be able to use it all. So it's not really rinsing a whole lot down the drain or commode, whichever I choose to do. I might just dispose of it somehow. And last little bit. And as most people, I would not recommend wearing your best when you apply a henna treatment. This is just an old house coat and an old, not a cami, but like a tank top that you would wear up under another shirt, so it's nothing fancy. And I have about 1.5 million of these little black tops, so granted, I'm sure if I ruined one I would probably miss it. But again, I'm just kind of smushing and working it in, and as you see, it's pretty well covered to the roots, which I believe saturating it with water actually helped that particular process. It helped it kind of to get down to the root. And I'm just going to smush the last little bit. Actually, ladies, I may be able to use the last little bit if I just kind of smush it on my hair, because honestly I do hate to waste product, and the henna really does weigh your curls down. Yeah. And after I apply this last little bit, I don't know if my camera will cut off before I actually complete my little smushing process, but I just cover it in saran wrap, and I will actually leave this mix on. It's in the afternoon, so more than likely, if I don't go anywhere else today, because I'm actually in for the rest of the day, then I probably may sleep in it. I don't know. But generally, people leave their henna mixes, I've seen, from as little as 30 minutes up to several people leave theirs on overnight, which, overnight can be 5, 6 to 8 hours or more. So I could be up in the wee hours of the morning rinsing it out, but I may potentially do a wash and go tomorrow, since I'll be rinsing my treatment out, and that'll take several co-washes to get that rinsed out. So more than likely I'll just do a wash and go, because sometimes after I do my henna treatments, my curl pattern is really defined, and it feels really soft and nice and moisturized. And I'll again do probably as many co-washes as it takes to get the product, the henna product out. And once I get it out, I'll do a deep condition probably for about at least an hour or so. It just depends on what my schedule is looking like. This is the weekend of the 4th, so what I'm doing now is just kind of wiping off my legs where the henna drops. But again, last but not least, you're applying the saran wrap. And this is just the generic saran wrap. And as usual, I have issues tearing it off. And there I go. I have issues straightening it up. But you would just wrap your head. This isn't the best indication, but I'm going to do several layers of the saran wrap until my head is covered. And then I'll also cover it with a plastic bag. And usually I cover it with my bonnet or a scarf just to kind of bring in, there I go, it's a little bit better, extra heat. But that's it. That is the basic FYI on how Tressery Creations applies her henna. And I normally do a henna treatment at least once a month. And I love it for the deep conditioning properties that it brings, as well as the fact that it does tint your hair. And my hair is naturally dark brown. So the henna